Welcome to my YouTube channel, Style by Grace. And of course, this is Grace. Please don't forget to click that bell because you're going to be notified every time I come up with a new video. And I promise you, you will never regret it. I'll bring in more contents that are very significant to your lives that can help you to have a better lives. So today our topic is about stress. Actually, the topic is grace under pressure, how you can handle your stress. So we have stresses in our lives. It would be sometimes good stress or sometimes it's overwhelming stress. Let me just move myself here. So we need stress in, as I've mentioned, identify your stresses and the level that it brings you to that kind of stress. So I've mentioned maybe family, children, relationships, work. Oh my God, in work, there's a lot of stress, right? So identify it first and then know your trigger points. What triggers you to bring you to the, and the left side part of that stress and then take it to the right side of your stress so that you can be in line with that stress and it's not going to overwhelm you. Okay, so know where it will be helpful if you could write it down so if you could clearly see it. And the eyes and the brain, they function really amazing. But if you just think about it, sometimes you get out of your focus because it's emotional, right? Stresses hits you emotionally. So you get to know, and one of the things you should do is write it down. Okay, what is my stress for today? So you write it down. If it's work, okay? If it's work, then under work or beside the work, you write down, is it my coworker? It is the load of my work? Or is it just me who is overwhelmed with this work? Or do I need more information? Or do I need to educate myself? Or do I need to ask help? So that is how you're going to process this first thing. You get it? Okay, let's move on to the next. All right, next. Now that you identify your stresses and the trigger points of your stresses, then you focus, okay? You have identified it and then find out what is the level, like this is really like pushing me to my edge, or I can just set it aside for the meantime and I just have to have my coffee and relax, and I'll come back to it after my coffee when I'm more calm and relaxed, and then I can deal with it. So it depends on your situation, what kind of stress you are in, and then you can always manage it because it has to come. You know, you should have your own system, and these things would have to come, like how you're going to process it and how you're going to react to it and how you're going to manage it and act into it. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense to you. Okay, then let's go forward. So if that stress can wait for a while, I suggest that you would meditate. It's very easy. Meditation could be in a form of prayers. It could be like to just close your eyes and zero into yourself and just look at your stresses like in the mirror. Like if you could put it in the mirror and see how it is. Like if I would react like this, how would it be? If I would react like this, how would it be? And if it's something that would bring good to me and I could be productive. So the sense of the key word there is you should be productive. That's what the stress is, okay? It could be, every day is a stress. Like you'll be stressed to go to work, you'll be stressed to drive to work, you'll be stressed to report to work, and yet you still have other things that you have to be thinking about, your family, your children that are in school, and it's just overwhelming, right? Overwhelming. So if in case that happens to you, meditations, it's been proven, scientifically proven, that meditations does help you in your stresses. By the way, I gotta tell you this. Stress is a #1 killer. It's not even all the diseases. Stress and next accident. Those are 2 killers. They are like, but this could be avoided, okay? You know that this could be avoided. That's why we have this video, so that I'm going to help you, dissect each one of them. Because when we are so stressed, we are, our minds, our brain get blocked off, and we concentrate on the reaction that we display. And sometimes it is ugly, because once something comes out from your mouth that is ugly, it'd be difficult to take it back, right? So let's go to the next step. Prudence. Prudence is very, very important. It's a very valuable tool that we can possess in ourselves. So you have to be prudent in what you're going to say. You have to be prudent in what comes onto your mind, so that you can avoid really disaster or bad decisions or anything that could be negative, or anything that could overwhelm you and put you in the wrong path. So be prudent in what you say, be prudent in what, comes onto your mind. You can identify that. So step back and think about it. Don't react on a knee-jerk reaction, because it's going to be a disaster. Get my point? Okay. Where are we? Are we there? Next, after meditation or prayers, listen to music. Really nice music that is calming to your soul. The classical music like Beethoven, like those are classic, music that can listen to. They are relaxing. It does stimulate the good parts of your brain. So know that when your life is in chaos, listen to music, or any music that comes down your soul. It's going to be very helpful to you. So meditation. So first, you can go through this video again, and then so you identify your what stresses you, identify the stress level, and then meditate, and then listen to music. Then we go to the next step. Next is love yourself first before anything else. Loving yourself is not being selfish. It's self-preservation. You are doing some favor to yourself. So remember, whatever you do or reaction, it would be passed on to whoever, like in your surroundings and people around you. So make sure that you love yourself so that you can spread love. And always be nice. Be kind no matter what. It is difficult. I mean, it's easy to say it, but it's difficult to do it sometimes. But when you put that in your system, it will come naturally. So be nice, be kind, no matter what kind of situation. Be prudent and know what you want to say and what you want to think, because you think first before you say it, and then make sure that you are not going to be in the next step of disaster, but you are being so composed and put a class in yourself. You are doing that in your own favor. Okay, so make sure that you know your priority and your prudence, and act with discipline and self-control. Love yourself, because that loving ourselves is self-preservation. Okay, you get them? Let's go. Another one. Composure. keep your composure in any situation. It is very important. It is for you because you don't want to regret when you do something that is not good. And when you regret or say something or yeah, something that comes out from your mouth and you're going to regret it later on, you can't take it back. So keep your composure. It is a very important reaction or attitude. Okay, the attitude, because we're going to talk more about attitude after this composure. So those are the things that you have to consider. Okay, you get that? Okay, so we're going to talk about attitude. So the last thing that I want to share on this episode about grace under pressure and how you can handle your stress is the attitude. So attitude like encompasses the whole thing. So it's your attitude on how you react, your attitude on how you handle things, attitude on how you carry yourself. So attitude is very important. So sometimes it is probably the background or where you're from or the kind of upbringing that you were from, or maybe you had a rough life, but then there are things that can help you. And so if things are clear in your mind, and then you can adjust your attitude. Okay, so the attitude is yours, but attitude can make or break you. So be very watchful about that. So attitude really plays a big role in your life, in your handle things, handle stresses, and handle how you speak and how you react. So make sure that your attitude is in control, that your attitude is on a check factor. Find that out. And so that was my last tip I could share to you. So if you have any comments, all comments are welcome. I'd love to hear from you. Please put it in the comment and I'm going to read them. And if there's anything that you want me to add on this episode or to talk about for my next topic, I would love to hear from you. So don't forget to subscribe. Click that bell on Style by Grace. See you next time.